Guys, quick question. Would you advise Antoine Semenyo to sign for Manchester United come next season? Looking at his performance this season with Bournemouth in the English Premier League, would you advise him to leave Bournemouth to Manchester United? Let me know your answers down below in the comments. In today's video, we are going to talk about the exclusive update concerning Semenyo's transfer. He's in talks with Manchester United executives. So please make sure to like, subscribe, and also turn on notification. And please watch this video till the end because we are going to talk about some fantastic updates. So quickly, let's jump into it. Let's start with Semenyo. Now, Semenyo is having a fantastic season with Bournemouth in the English Premier League. In the EPL, he has scored 9 goals and given 6 assists. Now, if you want to take a look at the statistics across all competitions, he has scored 11 goals, which is excellent. For a player who scored 8 goals last season, he has surpassed what he did. And for me, this is what we call growth. He has surpassed his personal best. And everybody's rooting for him. For me, I want him to leave Bournemouth to a better club, a club that is going to compete for trophies, a club that is going to play in Europe. But then if he wants to follow the money, Marseille have shown interest in him. But if he wants to follow legacy, he wants to win trophies, then other clubs have shown interest in him like Chelsea, Tottenham, Newcastle United, Arsenal, Manchester United. Now, speaking about Manchester United, according to TalkSport, and I want to read the report, they state that Antoine Semenyo has already held talks with Manchester United executives over a move in the summer. Semenyo, who is reportedly valued around 70 million euros by Bournemouth, has scored 9 goals and registered 6 assists in the English Premier League this season. And they also added the teams that have shown interest in him. Chelsea, Tottenham, and Arsenal are among those who have been linked with a move for the player. And this is coming from TalkSport. For those who have been asking for my sources, you can see it right there. TalkSport are the one reporting on Semenyo, and they are not the only ones. There are other publications, other media houses talking about this particular one. Semenyo is trending. And if we come to the conversation around this, in Ghana, a lot of people are not happy about this move. A lot of people are advising Semenyo not to go to Manchester United, looking at Manchester United season and how far it has gone. Do you know United has won 6 games out of 26? Yeah, it will shock you. But this same team is competing in the Europa League finals. People believe that is a backdoor for them to play in Europe next season. Whichever way you call it, winning a trophy defines their season, which is very important. But the Manchester United fans also believe that Amorim is going to transform the team come next season. Semenyo coming into that team is very important. But then the big question is, what is Amorim's stance on this? Now, Amorim chose Semenyo over Ibrahim Sulemana of Brentford just because of what Semenyo is capable of. Semenyo has speed. Semenyo is very physical. If you take a look at Semenyo's form, his physical form, you could see this is a man. He's very aggressive. He knows how to press. Semenyo is explosive. Semenyo has been clinical this season. Yes, Semenyo scores chances, but at least he ends up scoring a goal or leaving an assist or making an impact in games before the games end. So that is Semenyo for you. And this is the reason why Manchester United are interested in the player. As to whether they are going to negotiate further for the 70 million, it's between Manchester United and Bournemouth. For Bournemouth themselves, their biggest target was to play in Europe. But at things stand right now, it is not going to be possible because they lost their last game, which is very bad for them. And I don't see them playing Europe. And I don't want Semenyo to still remain in the club that is not going to vie for Europe. You can't waste your form again because it might happen that next season, Bournemouth will not have this form again. So what do? You move while the iron is hot. Because Semenyo is a hot kick. And guys, that is why I asked you the question in the beginning that would you advise Semenyo to go to Manchester United, knowing what Manchester United is capable of? When I say what Manchester United is capable of, is players going to Manchester United and behaving like they have not played football at all. And I can name a lot, from Di Maria to Danny Welbeck to Lukaku. Look, I can list a lot of players who were good in their clubs at one point, but when they got to Manchester United, it was as if there was a form change. They couldn't play ball, they couldn't pass. We don't want that to happen to our star boy. You understand? So I don't know what you think about this, but then let me know down below in the comments because he's our player. We want the best for him. So please advise him, should he go to Manchester United? Because already he has spoken with Manchester United. By this time, they have sold in that project that, Amorim is going to get the team right next season. Matheus Cunha is coming. You are going to sign a striker. You are going to sign a midfielder. You are going to compete in Champions League. All the promises and everything. Semenyo wants to play in the Champions League. You get my point. So guys, let me know what you think about this down below in the comments. Now, let's move away from Semenyo and talk about Ransford Yeboah Königsdörffer. Now, Ransford Yeboah Königsdörffer this season with Hamburger SV has scored 14 goals in 32 games. In fact, he has been impactful for them for qualifying to the Bundesliga for next season. And what I'm hearing is that Hamburger SV are in talks with Ransford Yeboah Königsdörffer to extend his contract. See, this has been one of their best players this season in the Bundesliga too, because Hamburger SV has played the Bundesliga too for 7 years. It took Ransford Yeboah Königsdörffer's importance to move them from where they are to the Bundesliga. So if they have to renew any player's contract, it is him. They have to give him a pay rise. They have to give him better bonuses. They have to give him better conditions for the player to continue performing like this. This is what we want from our players. Good performances, 14 goals. I'll be surprised if it's not in the list of players representing Ghana in the next time we gather, because this player is clearly on form. And this is coming from Kicker, a publication in Germany, stating that Hamburger SV want to extend his contract. And I'm happy for the player. 14 goals is not an easy feat. In 32 games, 14 goals. That is excellent. He has done very well. So guys, that is the update that has to do with Ransford Yeboah Königsdörffer. Now, let's go to Italy and talk about Ibrahim Sulemana. Would you believe that until yesterday, Ibrahim Sulemana played a total of 121 minutes for Atalanta this season? Yes, but this is a player who normally gets called up to the national team, and people always question, we're on Bobby. He's not playing. How come he's in the team? People always asking questions like, he's not playing, he's not playing for us. But how come he always ends call up to the national team? Now, let me tell you the reason why. This player is an excellent DM, very aggressive one. This is the type of players we want in the Black Stars to partner with Thomas Partey. I'm going to explain that further. You see, this player yesterday played for Atalanta against AS Roma in the Italian Serie A. It was a very important game. The game ended in a 2-1 win for Atalanta, helping them secure Champions League spot for next season. Ademola Lookman scored a goal in that game, obviously walking away with the man of the match. But the player that stole the show, the player that stole the heart of the fans, was Ibrahim Sulemana, who scored the winning goal. See, when he scored that winning goal, the whole stadium, everywhere you pass, everybody, Sulemana, they were mentioning his name. Fans were living and telling everyone that, who is this player that we have not seen the whole season? All of a sudden, explosive, giving us the tickets to the ECL. If you go to Italy right now, it is Sulemana that everybody is talking about. Sulemana. So for those who are asking, what has he been doing that he else called up to the national team? This is what he can do. This is a player who plays excellently well. And I've always been of the opinion that Thomas Partey in the national team shouldn't play that DM role, because anytime he plays that DM role in the national team, it is bad. Thomas Partey should move forward. We should have someone playing that DM role, like the way Baba Idrisu normally plays. Service. Now it is the time of Ibrahim Sulemana. It is his time. Young player doing very well. I'll be shocked if he's not part of the squad next time Ghana plays. So guys, these are 3 players who are being, talked about. They are red hot cake in the market right now. Yes, if you go everywhere, it is either Semenyo or Ransford or Ibrahim Sulemana. That is what everyone is talking about. Then I want to end today's video by talking about players who are likely to return for Ghana in the 4-nation tournament we are going to play in May. I've already mentioned 2 of them. I'm talking about Ibrahim Sulemana, who I believe should be part of the team. Looking at what he has done, I've already talked about his importance. And also Ransford Yeboah Königsdörffer. He was not part of the, last follow-up. I believe that 14 goals should at least warrant him a call-up to the Black Stars. Other players like Tariq Lamptey, who are not part of the squad the last time we played in the World Cup qualifiers. Tariq Lamptey should return back to the national team. Excellent player. He's already, back from injury. He's already back from injury, getting regular playing time with Brighton and Hove Albion. So I believe that he's one player that we'll love to have in our setup for the friendly game in the Four Nation tournament. Also, Elisha Owusu, a very important player for the Black Stars, the captain of AJ Oxlade. I just believe that as much as he was not part of the Black Stars the last time we met, now that he's fit, he needs to be back. He's one of the few players that have been with the Black Stars for quite some time now. A very decent player, in my own opinion. In the midfield, we need him. So Elisha Owusu is one player I'll be looking forward to see him return back to the national team. And also Brandon Thomas Asante plays for Coventry. They are in the playoffs. Lampard's team. This player also got injured, but when he returned, he was very impactful for Coventry. Gave an assist in the championship, but then in the playoffs, he has not played in the first leg. We are hoping that he gets the chance to play in the second leg. But then he's one player who I believe has the quality to play up front for us in the Black Stars. So I believe I want to see him back. And also Joseph Pinto. He's also back from injury, playing for in the MLS for LA Galaxy. I believe, looking at his form and everything, looking at the injuries we have, he's a player I want to also see back. And also Osman Bukari. It's as if we have forgotten about Osman. We have forgotten about Osman. He plays in Austin. He plays for Austin FC in the MLS. And I hope he's one of the players that Otuado will give a chance to again, especially for this friendly match. This friendly match, I just want to see players, make a stick or make a claim for their position in the national team. As at this point, I don't want us to be calling all the old guys back. There are injuries, so let's give opportunity to some of these players that we have seen for a very long time. And I feel very sad for Joseph Pencil and Osman Bukari because immediately they moved to the MLS, it was as if they have cancelled themselves out of the Black Stars. But that shouldn't be the case. There's also another player who I believe should be part of the national team the next time, which is Ibrahim Osman, who plays for Feyenoord on loan from Brighton and Hove Albion. Very good player by us standards. So guys, 8 players who are likely to return to Otuado squad for the Four Nation tournament between Ghana, Nigeria, Trinidad and Tobago, and also Jamaica. I'm going to go through the names once more. Ibrahim Sulemana of Atalanta, Ransford Yeboah Königsdörffer of Hamburger SV, Tariq Lamptey, Brighton and Hove Albion, Elisha Owusu, AJ Oxlade, Brandon Thomas Asante, Coventry, Joseph Pencil, LA Galaxy, Osman Bukari, Austin FC, and also Ibrahim Osman, Feyenoord on loan from Brighton and Hove Albion. Let me know what you think about all this down below in the comments. Thanks for joining me. My name is Adam. I'll make sure to see you in the next one. Charlie, we go vibe.